Hey there, it's Nina Beams, and today we're talking about a pretty sensitive topic, I would say. As much as I wish this was about the R word that you're probably thinking of when I first say the R word, it's not. I would love to talk about that one though. I do have some unpopular opinions there too, but I digress. I want to talk about religion. And here's my unpopular opinion. God doesn't care. God does not care about religion. God doesn't care. We spend so much time as humans arguing over which religion is right. Which group of people are the chosen people? Guess what? We're all chosen people because we're literally here. That means we're chosen. If we're alive, that means we are chosen. God doesn't care. Because there's no such thing as religion to God. God thinks it's hilarious probably that we even differentiate and try to even make that a thing. Because you know what? God didn't make religion. People wrote those texts, right? And while originally, and in some cases, yes, religious text is the word of God. I've always said, I grew up in church and I've always viewed it as, even after going back and forth all my life, this is what I was taught, but this is what I experienced. But this is what I was taught. This is what I experienced. At the end of the day, I can't just throw it all away because I look back and I say, you know what, there's some good shit in the Bible. There's good stuff in there. But one of the best things in there is the whole golden rule thing of treat your neighbor how you wish to be treated. But guess what? Did you know that is in every religion? Every religion has their own version of the golden rule. Yes, there's good things. You can read a religious text and get closer to God, but you have to keep in mind that at the end of the day, people, human beings, flawed human beings, put those texts together, multiplied them, distributed them, and it's to control. It is for humans to have control. It is not God's words out of God's lips. God doesn't have lips. We are the lips of God. But we have the choice whether or not we want to let God speak through our lips or if we want to speak over him, so to speak. So people wrote those texts, and it's to trick people so that they can get control. For example, the Bible, I'm pretty sure says in there that you should follow the law of the land. Of course people wrote that in there. They want you to follow their rules. Of course. So does that mean that all these years later, after we've been reading the same Bible or whatever, I'm just using the Bible because that's the one I know the best. Do you think that, we should really take that as the ultimate commandment, right? Do you think that they would want to put in the Bible, follow your heart, trust God, based on what you hear God say, and stand up for whatever you think is right, whatever you know is right, regardless of the law? No, of course they're not going to say that. We have to differentiate between what is a God thing that's said in the Bible or any religious text and what is people. Think about how much we lie to our kids, right? We love our kids. If you have kids. If you don't have kids, you were a kid at one point in time. Sorry to break it to you. So maybe you're on the kid side of this analogy. Think about how much parents lie to their kids. Even good parents that like love their kids and want the best for them, sure, but we also lie and say, like Santa's only gonna bring you good presents if you behave, right? You better stop. Santa's always watching you. I have him on speed dial. I'm gonna call him when you go to bed, and I'm gonna tell him to bring you some coal in your stocking. And guess what? Your kid believes you. Unless your kid like already knows about like the truth of Santa not being real, like if you're a kid and you think Santa is real and you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Hopefully not. But like like sorry to ruin Santa for you if you still believe. But it's a lie. And especially that one bothers me as a psychologist because it's just, yeah, anyways, that's a topic for a different video. My point is that we lie to kids to get them to cooperate or to not give us issues, to not argue with us, to not question us, right? Even other things like, oh, the ice cream shop, you want ice cream? Sorry, the ice cream shop is closed today. What's today? Oh, it's a Friday. Oh, the ice cream shop is closed this Friday. No, it ain't. The ice cream shop is open, and you know damn well the ice cream shop is open. Your lazy butt or your broke butt just does not want to take your child and go get them ice cream. Or maybe you have a good reason. It does even when we have good reasons. My point is that we lie sometimes so that we can get them to believe what we want them to believe. And so this is just my little small analogy to show you why on earth would they ever lie in a religious text to manipulate each other? Like, because some people can't wrap their minds around that. Some people, they just can't even, a lot of people believe every single word in whatever their religious text is. They're like, it says it in the Word of God. It says it in the Bible. It must be true. A lot of it, yes. I'm not denying that. That's the part of this unpopular opinion. Yes, I do believe that God doesn't care about religion. But I'm not saying that all religion is a load of crap. I think we should just not take it so seriously in terms of the verbiage in our religious texts. Because at the end of the day, my phone was full. So sorry. What I was about to start talking about was that if religion works for you and it feels fulfilling to you to be pious and it makes you a good person and it makes you inspired to help other people and to do the right thing, that's great for you. My issue is the way that religion, the separation of the different religions and the arguing, the rigidity of what the different religions believe keeps so many people away from God. I'm being quiet for a second to let that sit in. Religion, in its constructs, keeps so many people away from God. It kept me away from God for a long time. Somehow, because like I said, I was raised in church. I even have, like, my dad and my stepmom are preachers. So I've always been exposed to the Word of God. And I'm not saying it to like mock it, but I'm just saying that's what it's called. Like, they call it the Word of God. I'm doing this because I don't think that just the Bible is the Word of God. I think that when I wake up and open my mouth in the morning, if I choose God, any word out of my mouth could be a word of God. If I listen with my God ears, any word I hear anybody else say could be a word of God. I just think we limit it so much, and it keeps people away because we're telling people that their natural God-given ability to interpret and receive God has to be limited to the confines of the rules and whatever beliefs of a particular religion. But it's a new age now. Like, things are shifting, and people are starting to realize that you can have a relationship with God without ever stepping foot in a church. I was talking to somebody recently, and they were posting like on their story about how stressed out they are and how alone they feel, and like they're like, I have to handle this, and I just don't even have time in the day to like sit down and just be like, just chill, and it's so much on my shoulders, it's such a burden, it's so heavy. And I just told her, I was like, you're not alone. Like, just close your eyes and breathe deep and feel the non-visible support that's around you. You're never alone. You have so much support. And even when it doesn't feel like it, other people around you are also going through the same thing. So even in that sense of feeling alone, you're not alone in that. Other people can share that same emotion with you. They can resonate with that. They can empathize with that, you know? And it keeps people away. She was like, thanks for reminding me that, you know? Because with the way churches are these days, like, I forget to pray sometimes and da 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 da. And in my head, I'm thinking, what does church have to do with anything I just said? And I get what it does. Like, people think that, you know, prayer and God and closing your eyes and feeling supported by the non-visible forces of God and spirit, whatever you want to believe in, they think that that's limited just to church. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not. And, you know, there's like a very obvious, to me, it's very obvious, like this dance between dark and light. And I'm not saying anything bad about the dark. I have my own darkness that I've had to overcome that I still carry with me. Like, it's just part of it. I don't judge it. Darkness and light, though, is what's playing out in this reality right now. And I think that it's another way to look at it is love and fear. I made another video about this, but I have my love coin, which has fear on the other side, because it's the same coin. It's just different sides of the same coin. But some people want to look at the fear side of the coin and focus on what they're afraid of. Other people here, we want to build. We want to bring more light. We want to build a better world. We want a world where it's free to exist. It's free. You know, we get along. We support each other. It's not this competitive, you know, me first, only me, like me, not you. No, it's all of us, right? Some of us wake up every day and we think about that and we visualize that world where everybody gets to sit at the table and everybody gets to have a fork and a plate of pie, right? There are so many people who wake up every day and envision this world. Not just religious people. Not just Christian people. Not just other, insert every other religion. Insert anything else, right? We're all trying to build this, and when we tell people you can only build it this way, you get a whole lot of people who now feel like they're not able to help build. Right? Let's say I'm a Christian or whatever. Let's say I'm a religious person and I'm using a metaphor of building. Let's say I'm trying to show other people how to build. right? Let's say we're building a big castle so that we can all have a big play date together, everybody in the world, and have fun and be okay. And let's say that I'm religious and I'm telling you we want as many people to help build as possible, but you have to carry 5 bricks at a time, and you must carry 1 brick on your head and 2 bricks in each hand, and you must walk in a straight line, and you must put the brick where I tell you. Immediately, there's gonna be, of course, some people who are like, okay, let me put the brick on my head. You know, where do I put it? I'll put it over there. And that's good for those people. Some people need to be told what to do, and that's fine. We're all on our own journey, no judgment to anybody. But some people are like, I don't have any bricks. How am I supposed to help if I don't have bricks? Right? Like, I only have plaster, or I only have wood, or I only have a paintbrush, or I only have screws, or I only have a hammer. We all have different tools that God has put in our little toolbox, or in our heart, you could say. Like, some people have a heart that wants to serve others food. Some people have a heart that wants to learn how to be a doctor and help people. Some people have a heart that wants to coach baseball. Some people have a heart like me who like to just draw pictures or sing songs, right? So if you're telling me, oh, it's useless, you can't help us build unless you're going to build it this way, now you've shut me off. Now you've locked up my toolbox, and you have just completely separated me from this building operation. And that's not good for you, because you're going to build something that's ugly and boring. Now I'm sounding rude. I'm not trying to be rude, right, kitty? She found a Q-tip. She's playing with a Q-tip. I'm not trying to be rude or ugly, but what I'm really just trying to say is that we need to put the books away for just a second and open up our hearts instead, and close our eyes, close the books, open our hearts, open our ears, open our minds, and hear what God really wants, right? Because like I said in the beginning, God doesn't care about religion. And that might just be my unpopular opinion, but I know there's other people out there who agree with that. And you know what he does care about? I say he, disclaimer, God's not a he. And I say that, like, every time I mention God as he, I feel like I have to put a disclaimer that, like, sorry to break it to you, God doesn't have a gender. That's another human thing, right? God cares about our intentions. And not just intentions, because sometimes we just have good intentions and we do shit. God cares about the intentions we have and the aligned actions that we have with that, right? So not just the intentions, but actually what we do and what we say and what we create and how we treat other people. 11:11, as I just said that. On this video, again, this is different. It's going to be different when I put all the videos together, the timing and stuff. Anyways, if this resonated, then that's really cool. And you feel free to like this video, subscribe. I'm definitely going to keep posting more videos because that's just what I feel called to do. And if you didn't like this video, or if it triggered you, then you're welcome. Because, and I'm not saying that from a place of being nasty. I'm not trying to, like, piss anybody off. Genuinely, like, I want to connect with other people and build that big castle so we can all have a play date, right? But you should thank the things that trigger you, because it's trying to open you up and expand you. It's trying to show you something that you weren't aware of, something that's unconscious that wants to be brought into the light. So you should deal with that. Anyways, love you all. Bye. Nina Beams, Nina. Okay, forget that. Bye.